Look what just came in the mail today. Hello everybody, and as the title suggests, I'm going to be unboxing my Z1 Motorsports Nismo bumpers. I've got both the front and the rear, as well as some fenders and other things to make this work. Originally I was planning on getting AMU's rear bumper and then the Fujimura front bumper, but unfortunately it is a bit out of my price range and I don't want to go for replica parts. So I've gone for these instead. Let's get to the unboxing. So here's a first look at what we've got inside box number one. Obviously we have the bumper here. I think this is the rear bumper. I could be wrong about that. I've got a lot of hardware sitting in here. Z1 does send you everything you need to be able to make the full conversion, clips and everything. I believe this is the undershroud. I ordered Z1's aluminum undershroud to make oil changes easier. Also make the bottom of the car look a bit nicer. So we'll go ahead and unload this box now and see what we got. And here is everything taken out of the box. Of course, we've got the bumper here. I have confirmed this is the rear bumper. Here are the bits of fender liner pieces. I actually think these might be the fronts, based on what I'm seeing here. I've got all of the different pieces of hardware that we're gonna need. Hoping there's might be like an instruction manual or something in here to let me know where everything's gonna go, but it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out. I'm not actually gonna take the bumper out of the plastic wrapping yet. I am trying to keep it protected from like dirt and scratches and things. So I'm gonna send it off to the guy for paint as is. We'll take everything off then and make sure that everything looks clean. So we'll go ahead and get out the front bumper now. Here is the front bumper now. We can see that. There's also some more fender pieces in here. I think there's a couple of other bits of hardware as well. Packed pretty much as nicely as it could. Never really heard any complaints from Z1 about packing, but let's go ahead and pull this out of the box. So here is everything that came in the second box. We of course have the front bumper here and the rear fabric fenders. It's interesting how they decided to pack the rear fenders with the front bumper and the rear fenders with, I think I got that mixed up. The rear fenders with the front bumper and the front fenders with the rear bumper. But they've got everything here, that's all that matters. Here are the accent pieces that go on the front of the Nismo bumper. It looks like they're already painted red. So just take those with me when I go to get the bumpers painted, have those accents done up in white instead of red. So we'll go ahead and open up everything else here, just make sure that there's nothing that needs to be painted inside any of these boxes. Then we'll take the bumpers over to the paint shop and take them out of the wrapping. All right, now this right here should be the aluminum undershroud. So with the stock Z, you have a plastic wind deflector on the bottom. Z1 does sell an aluminum version of that. Just kind of makes it look a little bit nicer, but the important thing is it actually has a door to make oil changes a little bit easier. So we'll go ahead and unbox this now. So this is the new aluminum undershroud that I'll be putting on. Looks like it has this protective coating on the bottom of it here to try and prevent any damage to the finish while it's been shipping. I'm going to go ahead and leave that on there for now because I'm not looking at installing this yet. It's going to be sitting on my garage floor for a bit. I was hoping it would actually be finished in black, so I thought that's how they were done up in. I might end up going and repainting it later, but it looks like it's just got the aluminum kind of finish to it there. So go ahead and set this aside for now. This will install when I'm doing the bumper and everything. What's neat is, of course, it has this door here which allows you to change the oil a little bit easier. Now I haven't thought this completely through because I just remembered, now that I have the oil cooler installed on there, my oil filter is actually kind of difficult to get to. The space is pretty tight. So I don't know how that'll go over with this undershroud. I guess I'll have to work that out later. But still, this will make things look a little bit nicer under the car. Might try and get it painted black, not entirely sure, but we'll go ahead and set this aside. So I was just about to throw away the under shroud box when I shook it. Sounds like there's actually some hardware in here that I missed. So make sure y'all check the box, make sure you grab everything in there. I think it's kind of tucked away in the corner somewhere. So go ahead and grab that out before I throw this away. And that is the bumpers and everything taken out of the box. It's interesting to see that there's actually not that much hardware. I figured there'd be a whole lot more, but we'll probably end up reusing a lot of the hardware from the stock 370Z bumper. It's also interesting to see that there aren't any instructions provided by Z1, but I imagine the installation of these bumpers is going to be fairly straightforward. Just change out a couple of brackets, we should be good to go. Next step is to get these loaded on the truck, and we're going to send them off to the paint shop. Alright, so I've now got the bumpers loaded up in the truck here, as you can see. I've had to borrow a friend of mine's truck, unfortunately, because I don't own one, but she was more than happy to lend it to me. So we're driving out now to Little Elm, Texas, where we'll drop these off and they can start getting ready for paint. Alright, so we dropped the bumper off at the paint shop, and unfortunately we did find a little bit of body damage to the front bumper. It looked like it was somehow beat up while it was being handled. I don't think this would have happened during shipping because it was pretty well wrapped and there didn't seem to be that much damage to the box. So we're probably going to have to do a lot of extra body work there. It's going to be a little bit of a charge, but that's kind of to be expected really with any bumper. There's going to be some body work involved before you can actually start painting. But anyways, I'm actually on my way to the dealership now. We need to get some reference images for the Nismo bumper, and then we can start getting it painted. Alright guys, and here is the 2019 370Z Nismo edition. And just like that, we've got the reference images now. I'm going to send these off to my paint guy. That way he has something to go off of. He's probably not going to get started on my bumper for about a week, and then it's probably going to be an additional week after that before everything's finally finished and ready to go. But between now and then, I'm probably going to be doing a couple of other videos. I've got another small project for the Z, and I'm also going to be showing you guys how to remove the OEM bumpers of the 370Z in case you decide to do the same Nismo conversion that I'm doing. But that is it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Later.